All right, ladies and gentlemen, action stations. Here we go. Game 2, 007 versus Bonks. Bonks up a game. This is a best of 3. And let's take a look at what 007 is going to bring to this. Whoops, I have it reversed. Oh, well. Let's take a look at what 007 brings to this game. So 007 is bringing Montana, Kremlin, Salem, Venezia, Napoli, and then 4 destroyers. We've got Marceau, Shimakaze, and a Yu Yang. What do we got for Bonk, sir?
That is a radar Yang for those interested. That's
Mm-hmm.
Frice. From the North spawn in the green again, Bonks is bringing Montana, Preußen, a Marseille, a Stalingrad, so 12-kilometer radar for them, Napoli, and also looking a little Marceau heavy here. We've got a Marceau, a Z-52, a Shimakaze, and a Harugumo. A very interesting mix of destroyers. We've seen Z-52 put to good use on northern waters in the past. We're going to have to see if Dyer can make it work here in Game 2.
So he's looking to do that diving play you were talking about last week.
Yep.
He's just going full YOLO right in with engine boost and everything.
Yep. Yeah, we saw a team, at least one team, try to play Z-52 on this cap from this position last weekend, but they played the Z off like on the very edge, very southern edge of the cap circle. They and of course with enough radar, enough pressure, they could push him off. Dyer here going to dive this island and wear this island like armor and use his hydro to keep opposing destroyers out of here for as long as possible, picking up these points for Bonks.
And you'll notice 007 doesn't seem interested at all in doing anything about it. They're like, yeah, they got a Z-52. Yeah, he's in B.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you see a Z on the opposing team's Ath, it's pretty well understood what his role is on this map in my mind. Now,
absolutely.
Now, one thing here I want to point out from the 007 side of the map, they're sending a tremendous amount of firepower to A. Check this out. Double Marceau's in the cap already. Mm-hmm. Salem, Napoli, Kremlin, and even Akerona Shimakaze headed in that direction.
Well, I mean, interestingly enough, we kind of saw the same idea last game, right? Send the bulk of your forces to one cap and win it. This time they are winning it, which is good. But look at Akerona and the Shimakaze.
He got lit for just a moment. I think he's got a gap for those torps. He's clear. Dyer had backed up far enough to spot him on the surface, got counter-spotted in return, and boys Salem there threw some shells at him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now Bueno Wright is trying to farm COTS 14 backups Stalingrad, who's in a very sticky spot. He's got some deep water torpedoes coming his way. So he's probably going to back up, but then he can get farmed more from that Salem.
He's going to move up just far enough to almost guarantee to take one of these deep waters.
Right in the center.
Yep. His DCP takes the flood, he DCPs it right away, and throws a heal in. For good measure.
As you'd expect.
As you would expect. He is dark. He's moved up far enough on that island they can't spot him right now. But it's 007 with the early cap control here as the double Marceau, the Wolf Pack now leaving the A, heading back towards the middle of the board, backed up by this Salem.
Yeah, and now they're getting ready to go after Dyer. Dyer it looked like lit, or maybe they're just guessing. Either way, they got some hits on Dyer. Dyer now backing up, trying to see, okay, who's coming my way and all that. But I love this double Marceau push with the Shimakaze to kind of gatekeep for him.
You know, Zath, I really think that if they wanted to, they could push into Dyer's face and just annihilate him. I don't think he has the help. Well, he might, because Nagato's Harugumo is rotating back this direction. Originally, that wasn't the case, but he's over here now.
And he's opening up even. I was just going to mention that he's heading this way. I think they know how important it is to keep Dyer alive.
Yeah, they're trying to dissuade. I think they're trying to dissuade this play here. Dyer's hydro is now up. That spots both Marceaus and turns them back off the cap. As the Bonks' Marceau, that is Addy over there picking up the C cap.
Yeah. Now Nagato did something interesting. He basically stopped while shooting, so he told all the Marceaus where he'd be, then smoked. As a result, got chunked a little bit. He is using torpedoes and his reload boosted torpedoes to try to, luck chuck his way through. But I don't think those Marceaus are taking the bait. They're turning south. they don't care. They're feeling good about their situation, I think.
One other thing that I want to point out about the play that we just saw from Dyer, very commonly when you see Z52s dive this cap early, they do it with
Mm,
their hydro on at the start. Almost as soon as they get onto the cap circle, that hydro is
yeah.
up and ticking. Dyer didn't do that. He waited until they were, I won't say certain, but they suspected that there would be more ships coming to try and dislodge him, and that hydro is what turned those Marceaus around. And now,
Mm-hmm.
these Harugumo torpedoes may be impactful as they're coming in on Eagle and Koi Fish now. Nope.
Oh, they turned back in. Nope. Yep.
They
Just
turned
outside
back
of
in.
range.
Not quite enough range there.
Wow.
Double O out to an early lead, but Bonks closing the gap now. Picking up C, pushing pushing Double O well off of the C cap. No real way back into C if you're 007.
What's interesting is Todd Howard's Radiant in the Shimakaze all the way out on the one line by himself, mind you,
Yep.
realizing this might be an opportunity to back cap A, but Big Six's Napoli stands in the way.
He has to be a little careful of Big Six, who's going to take one of these Shimakaze torpedoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that Salem, boy, I know, right? Salem is still nearby covering that A cap. So trying to backdoor that cap is going to be a real challenge with 2 cruisers there plus radar.
Yeah, I like the fact that neither team is, leaving A and giving it up, but at the same time, I feel like Bonks needs to put more assets in to try to, if they really want to contest that.
I agree, and yet at the same time, Zath, I think for the moment their play is that they're going to defend B. At least it certainly seems that way, as now Eagle and Dyer are going to basically proxy spot each other on either side of this island.
Yep. They will shake fists angrily at each other for a while their teammates try to dispatch the opponent.
Both ships spotted directly on either side of this island now, and so the shells are really going to start to fly because both teams hold a position on the respective flanks to fire onto those destroyers on that island.
Yep. Akarona detected by, I believe that's radar from the Stalingrad.
Yeah. Stalingrad radar came up. They got some shells into him and drove him off the cap. Now he's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He's just now gone dark.
Dyer, look at Dyer now. He's like, you know what? No, I'm out of here. He's getting at least outside of proxy spot range.
He's at least trying to break the proxy spotting while putting his hydro up so that they can counter spot Eagle to do something about Eagle Lance. Preußen shells and secondary is starting to come in on Eagle now.
Yeah, that's very good play by Dyer. The key was 007 had better angles on Dyer's position, I believe, than Bonks had angles on Eagle Lance's position. So Dyer had to do something. He knew he was going to lose that trade over time simply because of board positioning from teammates.
And he was 100% right. The Napoli position way over here on the one line having much better shots onto Dyer than Dyer's team had onto Eagle Lance.
That's right. Exciting to see a Preußen again.
It is, and it's interesting that you can see them using it kind of as it was intended. I almost wish Morb stopped here. He was pushing down the 7 line here. I feel like he would have been better served to push up to this island just to his south. He stopped and reversing now. That way his secondaries could have gone in on Eagle Lance, and he would have had cover from the Marceau that's farming him off to the south.
Right. That little island will block most of the deep waters coming in. All of them coming in, actually. So that works out well for more. But in the time we've been talking about him, he's already lost like half his health.
Yeah, he's lost a huge chunk of health. It also has allowed Freiss to get back in here and pick up C. The Marceau of Addy has rotated over into between B and C. So again, 00 closing the gap now. Not ticking. No one is ticking up B. We're about to have a lead change here, and it might even go further because I think Morb is in real trouble here.
Oh yeah, he's at 26K. Look at all the torpedoes coming in on him right now.
A whole bunch of Shimmatorps coming in. His hydro is up. He knows those torps are there.
Now. He'll dodge those, but he's going to take the one in the back at least.
He cannot dodge all these deep waters coming in on his port side. Is he going to take one, just the one, right as his DCP comes up? But he's not going to. Yep, they're going to get him. Yep.
And while that was happening, Addy came in and assassinated Eagle Lance with his Marceau.
Yep. Very, very nice play there from Addy.
Yeah, but can he get out?
I think he can.
Now.
No, I think he can.
If he gets caught on fire, it'll stick for a while, but nobody can spot him.
So
He's out.
both teams trading ships here. Bonks doing a good job of defending Dyer's position at B. But now the play is they've got to get back onto C as best they can. Actually, no, look at A. Todd Howard's finally getting a little bold here.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Just as we expected, though, the Salem radar is going to push him off the cap. Let's see if Big's going to take one of these torpedoes. I think he is. Nope, he finds a gap. And so once again, now, Koi-Fish's Marceau dives B, and once again, Bonks ticking up no points. 00 ticking up 2 caps. 9 minutes to play, out to about a 70-point lead. Oh, these deepwater torps on the Stalingrad. He's going to take another one. Oh, I got to say, Zath, watching Frice play Yu Yang this match has been a privilege, right? He has been so impactful with those deepwater torpedoes and the torpedo reload booster. It's been a real showcase as to why Yu Yang is a force to be reckoned with right now in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Yep. As COTS 14 backup, the Stalingrad goes down.
Stalingrad going down. Up a ship, taking up 2 caps to none for the opposing team. Everything coming up 007 this game. And now Dyer's in real trouble.
Yeah, just saw that health bar go down there.
He's going to try and pull out of there again like he did earlier, try to break the proxy spotting. Well,
not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Not in time. The Venezia shells that landed on him a little bit ago sealed that deal. And now they're pushed off now Bonks has pushed off all the caps.
That's right.
If you're Bonks, Seth, what are you trying right now? What's your play? It's desperation time. What do you do?
Push A and C at the same time.
I don't think they have the forces. I don't think they can push C. They've only got the Marseille and the Napoli over there.
Yeah, but I mean, 1 minute until they lose. Like, there's just not time to only create one at one spot.
Well,
Look at
it's
Eddie.
gonna be even less than that. It's 30 seconds now because there goes the final cap flip.
Yeah, I think Eddie. Everybody else knows this is it. We're going to a game 3.
Looks like it.
I don't know who else can possibly go down here towards the end of this battle.
We didn't talk about it much, Nath, but now as I sit here at the end of the game and look back a bit, I feel like maybe Hidden Stats' Montana position here in the middle of the board was a little wasted.
Yeah?
Kudos to 00 for never moving ships out where he really had shots on anything, but I think maybe Bonks missed an opportunity there to move him to some place where he might have been more impactful.
Yeah, that's true. And I think part of that is because 007's